Justin Jefferson finished wide receiver number 4 last year, 108 receptions on 167 targets, 1,616 yards, 10 touchdowns, 28.94% of the target share. Thoughts on Justin Jefferson?
So he backed it up. There wasn't really the sophomore slump. I have no reason to think that he falls off of a cliff going into this season. Look, we know that O'Connell understands how to feed plenty of mouths, right? You look at what LA did last year, and I'm sorry to keep going back to what LA did, but that's just what we have to go on. So they were able to feed Cooper Kupp. They were able to feed Robert Woods before he got hurt. They were able to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved. So like he can scheme up a passing game or understands how to scheme a passing game that can feed plenty of mouths on the offense. So do I think that Justin Jefferson finishes as wide receiver 2? Probably not. But, he's like wide receiver number 2 overall. But do I think he finishes in wide receiver 1 territory? I have no reason to believe he wouldn't. That's where I'm at with him. I unfortunately don't like to go receiver early in the draft. So, it's not something that I'm looking for. Even late, if I'm picking late in the first round, I don't really justify or can't really, wrap my mind around taking a wide receiver in the first round.
So Justin Jefferson has had a historic pace through his first and second year. And this is one of those that, I can see that continuing, but at the same time, right, logic would tend to dictate to me that he regresses a little bit towards the mean and comes back to the average there just a little bit on this one. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he saw almost 29% of the target share. 29% of the target share is just, astronomically huge. 167 targets. There's very few receivers out there that see that much consistency and that much just volume. So I can see some regression happening here. Do I think that he's still going to have a fantastic finish? And do I still think that he probably is, a top 5, top 6 wide receiver this year when it's all said and done? Absolutely. It does scare me though, every time that I have to draft a wide receiver in the first round,